Hey guys, welcome back to TPL TV. My name is Princess and you are now in the Princess Lifestyle. So today I'm going to be trying lots of new products, but the product at hand, the product at the forefront of this video is going to be the Laura Mercier new setting powder in the shade Honey. So I'm going to get started with the full makeup look. I'm first going to be going in with a moisturizing mask, but I'm also going to be using it as a primer or moisturizer. But this is my Summer Fridays jet lag mask. If you have dry skin, you definitely want to try out this Summer Fridays jet lag mask. It's one of my favorite hydrating masks. I also love two of the Glam Glow masks, so you can try those as well if you have dry skin. Next up, I'm going to be going in with my Laura Mercier hydrating primer. This is one of my current fave primers right now. Actually, it is my favorite primer right now. It's the #1 primer that I'm using because the weather is changing. It's not so hot anymore. And even when it was hot outside, I feel like I was still using this primer, but it works wonders. So I'm going to be using my Dior Face and Body Foundation. This is my first time trying this foundation, although I've had it in my makeup drawer for months. And it is a really good match for me. That's why I was swatching it on my hand first. It does have a bit too much red in it for my skin tone, but I am able to tone down that redness with neutral concealers. So I'm sticking with this shade because I don't believe the shade that is 1 Up, that is lighter, has the proper undertone for me. So I'd rather go with the red undertone than like a golden or green undertone that is not mine, because I know that I can go in with my usual concealers and tone everything back down to where it's supposed to be color-wise. So it's still a really, really good match. It is a bit too red for me, but it's not something that I can't work with. So again, if you have dry skin, or even if you have oily skin that, you know, tends to just act up with certain products, I would definitely recommend this Face and Body Foundation. I loved it a lot more than I even thought I would. The only reason I got it is because I think I saw Patricia Bright use it sometime last year, and I was like, oh, that looks so pretty, let me pick it up. So I'd forgotten about it, and then eventually sometime this year, a couple months ago, I was like, hey, I remember that foundation, let me buy it. So this is my first time trying it and I absolutely love it. It's hydrating, but it's not greasy or oily. It gives skin. So I'm going to be going in on top of that foundation from Dior with my Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer. This is a great concealer. It's an easy concealer. It's definitely weightless and it blends out so easily. It's not watery at all, but for whatever, you know, science they use up in this concealer, they make it so that you have a lot of time to work with this concealer. Because I'm going to go ahead right after applying this, not even blending it out, but just applying it. I'm going to go in with my Huda Beauty Tantour in the shade Tan so that I can contour, and I'm going to lay down my contour, and after I lay down my contour and blend my contour, then I'm going to finally blend out this Laura Mercier concealer. That's part of the reason why I like it so much, because it doesn't dry and set so quickly. It gives you time to work with, but on top of that, even though it doesn't set immediately, you still get that awesome coverage. You still get the long wear time. You don't have to worry about your concealer creasing or anything like that. My face stayed put all day and into the night. So we're in good hands over here, okay? So I'm just blending out my contour. I blended it out before I did the concealer because I didn't want my contour to be too harsh for this look. That's just what I was going for because I knew that I was gonna do something super heavy on the eyes. So I didn't wanna have a super harsh and defined contour, a super duper bright highlight, because I know I'm going in with a lighter setting powder than my usual, and then to also have an overwhelming eyeshadow look. You guys feel what I'm saying? Like, there has to be some balance with makeup. Like, you guys are able to do whatever you want. You know, it's your world. I'm just living in it. Do whatever you want, but make sure that there's balance. If you have a a very harsh contour. It's different if you have on like a lot of bronzer or a lot of blush or something like that. But if you have a harsh contour, maybe tone down the highlight. Or if you have a very bright highlight, maybe don't do anything on the eyes. Or if you're doing something on the eyes, soften up the cheeks with some blush or something. You know what I'm saying? You don't want every single thing on your face to be overwhelming. You guys, you feel me? Okay, I know you guys get what I'm saying. I'm now gonna go in with my Fenty Beauty cream blush from their Cheeks Out collection. This is the shade Strawberry Daiquiri, which is really gorgeous. I really like this shade. I need to find a blush palette that I like, because the cream blushes are beautiful, they're great and all of that, but they always get drowned out by the powders that I have to use to set my face. And I always try to, you know, sort of set around the blush, but still, no matter what, it gets drowned out one way or another. So I have to find a blush palette, and I have one on my mind right now that I won't tell you guys about unless I go ahead and buy it. Yeah, I'll let you guys know, but if you guys have any suggestions, hit me up. So now we are getting into the Laura Mercier Honey setting powder, finally. So this is their newest shade of setting powder. Yesterday was actually translucent loose setting powder day. It was a holiday, the first annual holiday. So Laura Mercier officially has launched their honey shade in America, and I know it's also launched in the UK. I don't know if it's launched anywhere else. You guys can check with your countries wherever you are. But this is a very gorgeous setting powder. The only thing is, for me, for a princess, is too light. I do not like a bright under eye. I was saying on Instagram that this, you know, this look really took me back to, like, you know, 2015, 2016, back when we were doing the overwhelmingly bright under eyes. I like bright under eyes, but not overwhelmingly bright. I don't want to look like, I'm not into looking like I wear makeup. Really. Well, it's hard to explain. Like, I love an enhancement. I love a better than your skin, you know, better than your eyes cut crease. I love all of that. But I don't want to look like someone can smack me and snatch the foundation off of my face with their palm. You feel me? I don't like that. So the bright under eyes, they're not my aesthetic currently. Anything can change though, okay? Anything can change. I just don't like it currently. So what I did was I used my, my MAC Studio Fix powder that I use for my all over face in the shade NW48, and I just lightly went over that honey powder to tone down a little bit of the under eye, because it was giving super bright. It really was. And, you know, I'm chocolate and I want to stay chocolate by any means necessary. I'm not interested in being lighter, okay? I might get a little darker when I tan, but I'm not interested in being lighter. So I have to be very careful with the setting powders that I select. But anyone who is lighter than my skin tone, I promise you, you will be in love with their new setting powder. You know, with Laura Mercier, you're not getting anything less than excellent quality. I mean, Laura Mercier is the holy grail of setting powders. Laura Mercier is always my first suggestion to you guys. I'm going to be trying some other setting powders that I just got sent in PR, but Laura Mercier is the way to go. Okay, so now there's a shade for each set of skin tones, in my opinion. There's translucent, which is the whitest, but it's also it also blends out to sort of a quote-unquote invisibility, so it's not really detectable. And then there's honey now, which is what I'm displaying in this video, which is a yellowy, kind of buttery. I'd say it's a butter color as opposed to yellow. So it's a buttery, warm, yellowish color. And then there's medium, which is the brown color. And I am going to be using the Laura Mercier translucent medium glow today for the very first time, which I'm excited about. So you guys are going to see that in this video. To do my eyes, I used my Huda Beauty Nude Rich Obsessions palette, one of my favorite palettes from Huda Beauty. It's so beautiful. And then I used my Laura Mercier Caviar eye sticks, and they're so convenient. They're like eyeshadow crayons. I call them big girl crayons, because you literally just draw it on your eye and you have the perfect cut crease in under 60 seconds. Super, super convenient. So here's my Laura Mercier medium translucent glow powder. So this is it's a powder for your face. It's a setting powder as well, but it has glow minerals within it. So it's not something that you should use to bake with. I have done that accidentally in the past, and I mean, I didn't look terrible, but I definitely was looking like a disco ball of sorts. So what I do is I use it to highlight my cheekbones the same way I would use any other highlighter. And then with whatever is left on the brush, I sweep that under my under eye so that when the light hits me, I'll have a very light shimmer on my under eyes and my forehead and my chin and bridge of the nose, all of the high points of my face. And then I'll have a really popping highlight on my cheekbones. It will be, you know, very present. And the good thing about this glow powder, quote unquote, it blends into the skin so well that it's almost like you're not wearing anything until the light hits it. Absolutely beautiful. So last but not least, I'm going to get into some lip products. I'm using my Morphe lip pencil in the shade Bar. Very good pencil. If you're looking for a lip pencil for dark skin, it's a really good dark brown pencil. It's not too dark. It's almost the color of my lips. And for my lips, I went ahead and finally got a chance to use my Patrick Ta, what is it called? Silky Lip Cream from his beauty line. I really love it. I already knew I was gonna love it based on the swatches I did in that video. I may have had issues with that spray highlighter. You know, you guys can refer back to that video for that. I'll actually put the video here on like an eye so you guys can see, but the lip creams are beautiful. So anyway, that is the video. I love you guys so much. I will see you back this week with another video. And yeah, talk to me in the comments. Bye.